Red Sox on top here 3-0, and it is a delight to welcome in one of the all-time greats, the Twins legend Rod Carew, to our booth, and his wife Rhonda, creating a year-long program called The Heart of 29 to raise funds for the American Heart Association. Rod suffering a major heart attack and had surgery and a left ventricular assist device implanted during the surgery. We want to talk all about that and about your great baseball career, but how do you feel right now?
I feel good. You know, I've got good days and bad days, and so I've got to watch myself. You know, Rhonda does that. She's like my drill instructor.
I saw her down there in the dugout. She was keeping a very good eye on you as Betts cranks another one. This one headed for the wall, high up off the monster. And Rosario with a nice play will hold him to a single. But Mookie Betts almost got another one there, and he is 2 for 2.
And one of those rising line drives that hits the top of the left field wall. And, you know, generally for Mookie Betts with his speed, that's going to be a double. But it's hit so hard, he has to stop at first base. Hits a fastball right down the heart of the plate, and Betts is really swinging a nice bat right now.
Ron, I know you are raising awareness for heart disease and heart failure. You're a candidate right now for a heart transplant, correct?
Right.
And you're waiting as we speak.
I'm waiting, and at the end of the month, I'm going to go talk to the doctors at Cedars-Sinai to find out when will I get one, if I will get one. And, you know, my doctors in San Diego are really pushing for it because they saw the improvement that I had after I left the hospital.
Dustin Pedroia with a line drive base hit. That'll fall into right center. Boots takes the turn man. Mookie on his way to third base, and he will stop right there. So runners on at first and third, and the hits keep on coming.
Rod, I had a chance to talk to you a little bit in spring training, and I was unaware of what you were going through. And tell us about the device that you are wearing right now.
Well, it's a device that can keep me alive. It's called the LVAD, and it's a left ventricular device, and so that keeps my heart pumping. And I'll tell you, you know, I get up some days and I just put it on, don't even know that I have it there. But people, they have to understand, you know, that you mess around with the ticker, you're in trouble. You know, I thought I was healthy. I didn't take my medication, and I ended up almost dying.
Yeah, a massive heart attack. And obviously it's had incredible consequences on your life. But I've heard your doctors have said you're actually, because you've been so fit in such a large part of your life, obviously, that's helping you as far as being a candidate for a transplant.
Yes, that's true. And, you know, they always tell me, you're not sick. You know?
Really?
And I laugh. But, yeah, they said that they'll find me a heart. And I can't wait. You know.
Yeah. Well, we're rooting for you. I know this is an incredibly difficult time for you. And when you go back to California, you're going to have to stay very close to the hospital, correct? You can't leave that area.
Right. So we're planning on staying home a lot. So that if we do get that phone call, that we're there. My wife was talking today about renting a helicopter. I told her.
Shot into left center field. Rosario on the move. He's not going to get it. It's under his glove. Up against the wall. Here comes one run. Here comes Pedroia rounding. And the throw mishandled. 2-run score. Bogart's down to third base, and the Red Sox lead it 5-0. Bogart striking again.
Yeah, the top of the lineup doing a lot of damage so far in this game. The second hit of the night for Bogarts as he finds that gap in left center field. A drive in two. That ball's away from Bogarts, and he's still able to hook it out into the left center field area. Once the ball gets by Rosario, that means 2 for Xander and 2 runs for the Red Sox. Ball comes in. It's kind of booted right here, right up the top of the glove. And that's going to allow Bogarts to go to third base. I got to tell you, we're sitting next to the best hitter that I ever had to defend against, and he couldn't defend against Rod Carew.
Right.
Jerry took some base hits away from me.
No.
He stole a couple?
Oh, yeah. He used to dive and take some hits away from me. That's all right.
There was no way to defend Rod Carew because he could bunt down the third base line. He could bunt with 2 strikes. He could bunt to the first base line. He could hit the left field chalk, the right field chalk. If you played him in, he could hit the ball over your head. The best hitter that I've ever played against.
A magician with that bat.
Unbelievable.
My dad used to say the same thing. When Rod Carew came up to face the Red Sox, he always used to shut his eyes and go, we know it's over. He's going to get a hit because he always gets 4 hits against the Red Sox. That's clockwork.
I don't know. I've been fortunate coming into Boston. The one thing I like about playing here is people always cheered for me. They never booed me, never said any bad things about me or to me. And so I enjoy coming in here and playing in this ballpark.
Why do you think that was, Rod? Do you think it was because there's a high baseball intelligence here? They can look at you and they know you're a great hitter, they know you're a great player, and they appreciate that.
Yeah, and I never showed up a pitcher. That's one of the things that I always did. Showed the guy on the mound some respect and not show him up.
There's a story that goes around, and I don't know if this is true or not, but you can finally answer it for me. I was told one time that you would look at a defense and you would try to pick out one of the weakest fielders on that defense and hit the ball to that person. And I found myself, I'm serious now, I found myself getting a lot of action around second base when Rod was hitting. And I always wondered if that was a true story.
No, standing at home plate, I used to see guys move. When the pitcher goes into his windup, I would see the infielders move, and then I would hit a ball about 5 feet from where they were standing.
Yep.
And get a base hit. So I always paid attention to who was playing where, especially at third base. I like to bunt. So if I see a player playing at third, like the Twins player right now, if I drop a bunt down, he doesn't have a chance.
No, he did not have a chance, that's for sure. And drop it down with 2 strikes, too. 2 strikes, unbelievable. Right down the third base line.
And nobody does that anymore.
No,
that's not part of the game anymore.
Andy Ramirez here as we chat with the great Rod Carew, the Hall of Famer, over 3,000 hits, runner at third base, and Bogarts. Red Sox ahead here 5-0. I remember when Ichiro came into the league, when he first came from Japan, a lot of people were quick to say he is the modern day version of Rod Carew.
Yeah, that's what Lou Piniella told me. He says, Rod, this guy can hit. He uses the whole field. He's always on the go when he swings the bat. Now, I couldn't be moving, with the bat in my hands. But he used to do it, and he was just amazing. And he's close to getting 3,000 hits right now.
Yeah. Had an amazing career. The 2-0 to Hanley.
That's been a big debate. Should the hits in Japan count, and should they go against Pete Rose's record here? I don't believe they should.
No, I don't believe they should either. Pete is the leading guy here in this country. And you just can't take that away from Pete.
3-0 pitch, and he walks him on 4 straight. So Hanley on again. Runners on at first and third. And Jackie Bradley will be the hitter. Well, this is a Red Sox team that can really score. They're doing it again here tonight, Rod. And you look at David Ortiz, and I saw you down embracing David before the game. 2 former Minnesota Twins, and you had a nice moment there. When you look at his career and what he has done, what goes through your mind?
Amazing. Because Tony Oliva and I, we used to talk to him when he was with the Twins. And after David left and he came to Boston with open arms, just like Louis Tiant did.
Right.
He just did a great job.
Fouled off into the corner by Jackie Bradley, who was 0 for 1 tonight.
Did you see this greatness in him when he was at the Minnesota Twins?
I knew he could hit. I knew he was going to hit the long ball. I didn't know about the defensive part of his game, but watching him swing the bat, Tony O used to tell me all the time, he's going to hit a lot of home runs in the big leagues. And he did. Yep. And he has. And he continues to do it.
He does. 526 and counting here in his final year. Red Sox had 5-0. as we're honored to chat with Rod Carew here tonight at Pitch Inside and Jackie Bradley.
Rod, one more question about Ortiz. And of course, he's retiring this year, and then all of a sudden the Hall of Fame comes up, and there are some members of the Hall of Fame that say, well, all he was a DH, so maybe he shouldn't get in on the first ballot. Your feelings on that? You're a Hall of Famer.
My vote will get him in on the first ballot.
Yeah.
Because he's done everything.
Exactly.
So give him that honor and let him be on that first ballot.
I mean, he didn't make the rules for DHs. I mean, the baseball made those rules.
Yeah, he didn't. That's the thing. And he's gone out there every chance he's gotten, and he's peppering the ball all over the place, and also in the seats. So it's good to see him go through what he's going through. I just hated to hear him say that he was going to retire, because you should leave.
That's going to be a fair ball down the line off the short fence. It'll bring in another run. Bogart scores. Andy Ramirez on his way to third. Throw comes to second. It's a double for Jackie Bradley to make it 6-0 Boston. He has driven in 56 runs.
Red Sox just having very, very good swings off Duffy tonight. And I mean, they're hitting the ball hard everywhere, pulling it opposite field. That's a breaking ball, the curveball right there that he gets on top of. As you can see, a top spin line drive right by first base, and that's going to be it for Duffy in this game tonight.
So they'll go to the bullpen, and we will say goodbye to one of our all-time favorites and the classiest guy around, Rod Carew. Thank you, Rod.
Thanks, guys.
Rod, best of luck to you, man.
Pleasure being here.
Thank you, Rod Carew. 3,000 hits plus, an amazing career. We'll be back with Mort Fenway in just a moment.